Here we have the current stock market update for MicroCloud Hologram Incorporated, stock ticker HOLO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, share prices continue to move in the direction that they always seem to move, which is in the downward direction. For this chart history here, I have left up the prior price levels just so that we can sort of remember where we were before, where we were the last time that we had this discussion, because as we can see currently, this near-term low is now coming in right around 23.3 cents. So we can just sort of add this to the list of failure here, 23.3. Okay, and as you can see here, we just continue moving lower, and we're now refocused on this prior price low, which came in at 20.1 cents. Now, I saw several comments in the comment section where people were claiming to have purchased this stock at 20 cents per share. And I just wanted to point something out here because I think I said something before about how, they would need to be a super genius or something in order to do that. But it's even worse than that because even a super genius wouldn't have been able to buy into the stock at this 20-cent level. And the reason I say that is because you would need to be something more than that. I think that you would need to be like an actual wizard, like a magical person, and you have some sort of ability to see the future. Like what a wizard is, like the guy with the hat and the wand, and he's like a magician and he can do things like that, because that's what you would have to be in order to actually purchase this random stock at these lower levels like that, and then to somehow know that you were supposed to exit the position just as you were entering 46.9 cents. I mean, the comment section for this stock has to be the most dishonest comment section that I've seen on this entire platform so far. And I've posted videos on many different stocks at this point. I mean, there have been several people that have made claims like this, saying that they're buying in at these lows, and then somehow they know that they should be selling at these prior highs. Obviously, none of this is true, and you're not fooling anybody. I think I'm talking about Leroy. I think that's one of the guys' names. Eddie Cortez sounds familiar to me, something like that. So I don't believe what you're saying. I don't think anybody in their right mind believes what you're saying. You're not a wizard. You're not a warlock or a magician or whatever that would be. You're none of those things. You're someone that's losing money on this stock, and you will continue to lose money on this stock because it is going to zero. Okay, my price projection for this name remains the same. We continue inching lower here. And there is no respite here. There is nothing that is going to be holding up this stock near term. You might see some short-term pumps here, but the only people that are benefiting from those short-term pumps are the people that are sort of injecting large amounts of cash, and then they're pulling out their position quickly after that happens. But the problem is there's no signal to the rest of the market that this is going to be occurring. There's no way for you to know this information. You're not a wizard or a warlock or a magician. You're none of those things. You're just some idiot that is making claims that aren't true. So, this will continue here. This share price movement in the negative direction will continue to move in that direction. And anybody that's holding this stock will continue to see money sucked out of their bank account. It will just continue, and it will continue. So overall, we're just going to look quickly at the longer term history here, just so that we can sort of all remember where this stock has been in the past, and the ridiculous joke of a stock that this has been previously. And then just to close out the video here, we will look at the very short term timeframes here. Just to get a sense of, what could be happening, whether or not the stock could be forming a base, because that's always what you should do. I should, even myself, I should be looking for evidence that I might be wrong about the situation and that share prices possibly could just magically start bouncing higher. Okay, so what would be required in order for that to occur? Let's first look at this price zone, which comes in right around 25 cents. I mean, it's really just below there. So if we did see a bit of a near-term break above 25 cents, I suppose you can make the argument that we could see some upward momentum at that point. Overall, the next resistance zone that you would likely encounter from there then would be 27.3 cents. I can sort of draw these in here. But I mean, we're talking about, a few pennies here. I mean, is anybody really interested in trading a stock where, you might see a couple of pennies if you're somehow able to time this correctly? I mean, you should just go buy a lottery ticket or go to like Las Vegas and, put some money in the slot machine. I mean, because that's basically all that's occurring here. These are not serious stock trades. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing behavior. So, if we did see a break above 25 cents per share, I would call this the next resistance level right here. And then from there, you could be looking for a retest of 20. This is so ridiculous. 27.5 cents. And then if you were able to see a break above there, then possibly you could start to look at a refill of this prior price gap. I'm just going to delete this 33.5 cent because it means nothing at this point. Share prices have already broken below those levels. And, the chances that we'll even see that level again is starting to become highly suspicious. So just hypothetically, if we were able to see a sharp price break back above 25 cents, your next upside target would be coming in at 27.5 cents. And then from there, if you are able to see sharp prices break above that point, then you might have a shot at refilling this prior price gap. And then that could send share prices back to roughly 34.2 cents. So let's just write that in on the chart here, just in case it does happen. I mean, everybody that's in the comment section is saying that they're bullish, saying that the stock is going to $1. Nobody's really saying where they're buying in beforehand. It's always after the fact. So like Leroy and Eddie, I think that you guys were saying that you bought in at 20 cents, but you said it like 3 or 4 days later. Like, why don't you say any of this before it happens? Like, say, okay, I think this is a bottom. I think 20 cents is the low point. I think that we're moving upward from here. I'm going all in. I'm moving all of my money into this price level. I'm not saying anybody should do that. None of this is a recommendation. This stock is going to zero. But what I'm trying to point out here is that none of these comments in the comment section explain what they're going to be doing beforehand. None of these comments explain the strategy before it occurs, so that there's actually some way of testing whether or not these ideas turned out to be true. It's just kind of always after the fact. So currently what we're looking at here, is a potential resistance zone at 25 cents. If you see a break above there, you could be looking at 27.5 cents. The next level to watch to the downside comes in at 23.3 cents. And if you see a break below there, I would then expect to see share prices to move below that magical 20 cent level. So here's the current market update for MicroCloud Hologram, stock ticker HOLO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.